Another string matching algorithm that we are going to study is KMP or Knuth-Morris-Pratt algorithm, given by them, named after them only. So what happens in this algorithm is, we use some technique to be able to reduce the size of my naive string matching algorithm or the complexity taken by that. If I am having any string A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and if I am to search a pattern D, E, F within the string, what happens in this particular case is that I will match A with D, I match B with D, I match C with D, I match D with D. In case I found a match, I match E with E, F with F. In case I was having two D's here, just for example, so what happens in this case, when I'm having a match D with D, I try to match D with E. Now, initially, supposedly this is my I, this is my J, I is 1, J is 1, I match A with D, not a match. So I moves to 2 and J remains here only. Then since there is a match, I moves to D and J also moves to E. So J comes here and I comes here. After there is a mismatch, this D is not equal to E. J will move to the first. I also have to move to the left element. You have to understand that now I will be beginning with this D again. It does not move forward. Supposedly this was E. Then there is a match. I will go here. J will go here. Again I match. F is not equal to D. So what happens is, the next time my search begins, the search has to begin with this location of the element. Since we started our substring with D, that is why I has to move back till this point and J is moving back here. So what is happening is, the runtime of my algorithm is n minus m plus 1 multiplied by m. This is coming out because I am not tracking this only n times. I am coming back. I am something called as doing backtracking of I. Every time there is a mismatch or a spurious hit, whatever you call that, since I was having DE, which might be pattern, but this D does not match with F. So I have to again reduce the value of I and then begin again. So this is what backtracking of I is taking extra time. What Knuth-Morris-Pratt proposed was, in the algorithm, they try to find the prefixes and they try to create a pi table for finding the prefixes. You can name it as anything. It was named as a pi function. You can name this function as anything. What does this function do? It tries to find prefix. What do I mean by prefix? Now A is a prefix to rest of the pattern. Is it not? A is a possible prefix. DE is a possible prefix. Sorry, AD is a possible prefix. ADE is again a possible prefix, and so on. So supposedly I am having a pattern. Within the pattern, I try to find the pi table, not within the text. Within the pattern, I try to find this table. How do I do that? Let me take some examples so that we understand how am I creating the prefixes, or how do I create the table for the prefixes in the Knuth-Morris-Pratt algorithm. So what is happening is, if I am having a few examples, supposedly for my patterns, I am again saying I am creating this for patterns. Supposedly this is one of my pattern P1, in which I am having A, B, C, D, A, B, E, A, B, F. Supposedly this is some pattern. Supposedly I am taking some another pattern also, just to make you understand the examples of the pattern. How am I going to create the pi table? This is what this is telling me, so that you all will be able to understand how is the algorithm actually going to work. So first we see the example, then we'll come to the algorithm. What is happening is, now A, I'll give it some positions again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 are the positions. Now this A has not come earlier anywhere, so I put a 0 here. This B has not come previously, so I put a 0 here. This C again has not come previously in my text. Again a 0 here. This D has not come previously anywhere. It is again a 0. Now this A has come earlier. Can I see that this A has come earlier? So at whatever position this A has come earlier, I put that position over here. Since A has occurred at first position, I'm putting an A here. Now when I'm checking B, I am going to check whether B has come after the A only. Yes. In that case, I put the position here. So what am I actually getting? That this is some prefix which has actually happened before also. Why am I doing this? So that next time when I am checking, I don't have to backtrack I. We will just see. मुझे I को वापस शुरू से start नहीं करना पड़ेगा हर बार. With the help of prefixes, with the help of this table that I am creating, this is 0, 0, this is some sort of table that I am creating. With the help of this table, I will be going through the text only once and I will not be coming back in the text. So again, is E coming anywhere before? No. Is A coming anywhere before? Yes, it is coming at 1. I will write that position only. Is B coming anywhere? Yes, it is coming with A. So you have to write B is coming at second position. You again write B here. And is F coming? So it's again a 0. Let's see another example for constructing the same. So I have the locations or the indexes of my pattern, as some indexes are there. Let's again see. These A, B, C, D are occurring for the first time. A, B, C, D, E are occurring for the first time in the pattern. So the table values are 0. Now this A and B have occurred before. So I write 1 and 2. The positions 1 and 2. This A, B also have occurred before. I again write 1, 2. This C has also occurred before. And I will be writing 3 here. Again, F बची हुई location के लिए I will be writing 0. This is how my pi table is constructed or prefix table is constructed. Longest possible prefix is what I am going to find. Longest possible prefixes जो हैं, that is what I am going to find in this table. You call it by any name, pi table or LPS table, one and the same thing. Let's see another example. A is coming for the first time. This A is not coming for the first time, so I will write the position here of the previous A that has actually happened. So now this B is coming for the first time, C is coming for the first time. A is not coming for the first time, it has happened earlier. I will write the position of that A. D is coming for the first time. Again, this A is not coming for the first time, I write 1 over here. Now when I am writing for this A के बाद A है. A के बाद A is existing earlier also. That means this becomes 2. Again, I have a B. B has come earlier also. This becomes a 3. And E is coming for the first time. This is 0. So this is what the pi table for the current example of my pattern is. Are you all understanding what I'm trying to say? How am I creating this pi table?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone, it is clear. Should I move on to the main example and solve the algorithm first, and then we will write the algorithm formally? So let's see a string and a pattern, and let's now try to solve and see how the algorithm is actually working. What happens in the Knuth-Morris-Pratt algorithm? So I have a string or text. I'm having a text which is, say, having some values A, B, C, A. I am intentionally taking a pattern in which things become more clear, trying things become more clear. And supposedly I'm having a pattern which is A, B, and D. So I will be constructing the pi table only for the pattern. I'm again saying how we will be using it. I will just show you. These are the indexes for my text and these are the indexes for my pattern. Let me construct the prefix table for the pattern. When I'm constructing the prefix table for the pattern, again I use the same thing. Is A occurring earlier in the pattern? No, it is not, 0. B is occurring first time in the pattern, again of value 0. Now this A has occurred earlier, so the value becomes the index of that earlier occurrence. Then this B has also occurred after A earlier, so this becomes 2. Then this D is occurring for the first time, it becomes 0. So this is my pattern table which I've got now. Now I've got the pi table. Using this table, I will be using a particular algorithm so that I have to go through the text only once, not more than that. Now to create this, I was taking of the order m time. To create this pattern, I was taking of the order n time. We'll just see how much time it takes to check what is happening here. Now, in my algorithm, I begin j with 0. I begin j with 0 and I begin I with 1. And I check whether my text of I is equal to pattern of j plus 1. This is the condition I check. Is this j is 0 initially? Now again, j is initially 0, I is initially 1. So I am checking text of 1 is equal to pattern of 1. A is equal to A is true. If the condition is true, I increment both I and j. So j becomes 1, I becomes 2. J comes here and I comes here. Fine. I again check. Sorry, j becomes 1, I becomes 2. I again check whether text of 2 is equal to pattern of j plus 1. So this b is equal to this b. Is it true? It is also true. Again increment both the values. J becomes 2, I becomes 3. So I is incremented again. J is also incremented to be 2. I again check the same thing. Is text of I is equal to pattern of j plus 1? Yes, this is also true. Since this is true, I again increment both the values. J becomes 3, I becomes 4. So I have reached I as this and j as 3. I again check whether text of I is equal to pattern of j plus 1. B is equal to B is again a true. Again increment both of them. So I becomes 5 and j becomes 4. Now check whether text of I is equal to pattern of j plus 1. No, it is not equal. When it is not equal, what happens? Then decrement the value of j. If there is a mismatch, decrement the value of j. कैसे decrement करेंगे? Value of j becomes whatever is the value of this table for the current j location. So j becomes 2. I remains there, j becomes 2. ठीक है? Clear to all? Now I again check for the same value of I check whether pattern text of I is equal to here pattern text of I is equal to this value. I'm again checking it with j plus 1 only. I'm checking with the same value. It is not equal. Since it is not equal, I again reduce the value of j to where? To the next value, which becomes 0. So j now becomes 0. I still remains 5. Again I check, is text of I is equal to pattern j plus 1? C is equal to A? No, this is again a false thing. When this is false, I cannot further reduce the value of 0. J is already at the least value. In this case, move I to the next element. I am never reducing I. When j cannot be reduced further, I becomes the next element, which is 6. I again check the similar thing. Text of I is equal to pattern of j plus 1. A is equal to A is true. This is true. Increment both j and I. J becomes 1, I becomes 7. So j comes here and I becomes 7. Again check. Text of this 7 is equal to pattern of j plus 1. Yes, b is equal to b is again a true. Increment j, increment I. So I becomes 8, j becomes 2. I becomes 8 and j becomes 2. Again check whether text of I is equal to pattern of j plus 1, c is equal to a is false. It is not true. That means reduce the value of j to whatever the value of that table is having. So I am reducing the value of j to 0. Again check whether text of I is equal to value of j plus 1. No, c is not equal to a. Now j cannot be reduced further. In that case, increment I. So I becomes 9 and j is at 0. Again do the same thing. Check text of I, pattern of j plus 1. There is a match. There is a match, increment j, increment I. So that j becomes 1, I becomes 10. Now again check text of I is equal to pattern of j plus 1, b is equal to b, true. Increment j, increment I. So j becomes 2, I becomes 11. Check whether text of 11 is equal to pattern of 3, that is j plus 1. A is equal to a is again a true. Since it is true, increment j, increment I. J becomes 3, I becomes 12. Again check text of I is equal to pattern of j plus 1. So text of I is b, pattern of j plus 1 is also b. Again, I becomes 13, j becomes 4. J comes here. And I is incremented to 13. Now this is proving the point which I am going to come at. Now text of I is equal to text of j plus 1. A is equal to d. False. Reduce j. Reduce j where? To the value 2. So j comes here. I again check whether text of I is equal to value of j plus 1. A is equal to A is true. Since I have a matching prefix, you have to understand AB हमें मिल चुका. ये वाला AB हमें मिल चुका. So I am checking for the next value. I am not rechecking for the previous value. So since I have got this A to be a match, I move again. J is incremented. I is also incremented. So j now becomes 3. 2 reduce हुआ था. Now it becomes 3. I becomes 14. I again check. Text of I is equal to pattern of j plus 1. B is equal to B is again true. Increment the value of j. Increment the value of I. I again check whether they are equal. Now text of I is equal to text of j plus 1. Yes, d is equal to d is again a true. Now when I increment j, I have reached 5. Again, j and I will be incremented by the algorithm. But since j is equal to 5, I have reached. I cannot run for j plus 1 now. My entire pattern has been matched. I have found a match here. That means I have found a match here. Whatever is the value of I after this match, minus 5 is the shift where I am finding the original pattern. This is how Knuth-Morris-Pratt algorithm works, or the KMP algorithm works. I use a prefix function to be computed so that the execution time that it is taking, how much is the execution time? N times I am going through this plus m times maximum I will be doing the reduction in j. Maximum m times the reduction in j can happen. So the complexity of the algorithm is reduced considerably to the order of n plus m, which is a considerable reduction in the complexity of searching a string within a given, searching a substring within a given string. Is that clear to all of you? Anybody, any doubt? The algorithm for computing the prefix function, I'm having say compute prefix For what? I have to compute the prefix for the pattern. So only the pattern I am having. What do I do in computing the prefix function is, I calculate the length of my pattern. That is the time for which I am going to calculate some prefix. Now I am having prefix of 1 is 0. Whatever is coming at location 1 is occurring for the first time. So the prefix of that is definitely 0. I initialize a temporary variable k to be 0 and I am running a loop from 2 to m. 1 का prefix तो calculate कर लिया. So second element से m तक के prefixes we are calculating. What am I doing within the loop? While k is greater than 0 and pattern of k plus 1 is not equal to pattern of q. The same thing which we have just explained with an example. What do I need to do? Do k is the pi value of k. I will just see what is happening here. If pattern of k plus 1 is equal to pattern of q, in that case increment k, otherwise do not increment k. And pattern value for q becomes k. Finally, after the loop is over, return the table pi. Same thing जो हमने करी है, that is what we have shown with an example. If you want me to dry run this algorithm, I am taking the same example. ABD is supposedly my pattern, and the indexes are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So initially the length m comes to be 5 here. Fine. Pi 1, pi is the table which I am calculating for these values. So this is the pi value. Pi of 1 is initialized to be 0 through this statement. I am taking a temporary variable k which is initialized to 0, and I am taking another variable q which is initially 2. That means at this location, since I have calculated for pi 1. Now q is running for 2 to m while k is greater than 0. K is not greater than 0 in first case. मतलब अगर हमें कोई prefix मिल गया तभी ये while loop चलेगा, वरना नहीं चलेगा. So since for the first time I have not found any prefix, I will move on out of the loop. If p of k plus 1, which is p of 1 in our case, is equal to p of q. If p of k plus 1, if pattern of 1 is equal to pattern of 2, हमारे केस में 1 और 2 इक्वल नहीं है, a is not equal to b. अगर ऐसा होता तो pattern of q में अगर if we had a and a, तो second a में 1 would have been stored. Since this is not true, this is not going to happen. K will not be equal to 1. Otherwise, I am saying, since k has not been incremented, k remains 0 here. Pattern value for q is 0. So pattern value of current q, which is 2, becomes a 0. I move on to the next iteration of the loop. Q becomes 3. K is still 0. Please remember, k I have not incremented. Again, I will check while k is greater than 0, which is again not true yet. I will see pattern of k plus 1, which is 1, is equal to pattern of 3. Now pattern of 1 is a. Pattern of 3 is also a. Yes, these are equal. Increment k. K becomes 1. Now, value of the table here, q is equal to k. So pattern of 3 becomes the value of k, which is 1. I again go and do the same thing. What am I doing? I am again doing the same thing in this case. Again, k is greater than 0 is true now. Now I check pattern of k plus 1 is not equal to pattern of q. That means I have to check pattern of k plus 1 is pattern of 2. Q has incremented in the loop to 4. Now pattern of 2 is equal to pattern of 4 is true. I will come out of the loop. I will come out of the loop. Since this is true, I come out of the loop. Important, please note. So what is happening here is, I again check whether pattern of 2 is equal to pattern of 4. Ye true hai na? K is incremented to k plus 1. K becomes 2. K becomes 2. pattern value of 4 becomes 2. So at 4, I store this value 2. I move to next iteration of the loop. Q becomes 5. Now, when Q is becoming 5, I come here. K is greater than 0. Yes, K is 2. Is it not so? And pattern of K plus 1, which is pattern of 3, is not equal to pattern of Q. The condition is true. Pattern of 3 is A, pattern of 5 is B. A is not equal to 5. So both the conditions are true. Since this is true, K is equal to the value of pi K. So what is the value of pi K? Pattern 3 की pi 3 की value क्या है हमारे पास? This value is 1. So K reduces from 3 to 1. Now, when K has become 1, K reduces from 3 to 1. Now again, I come here. K is still greater than 0. Pattern of K plus 1 is not equal to pattern of Q. I again reduce K to the value of pattern Q. Pattern 1 is at value 0. K finally becomes 0. Now again, I check the condition of the loop. It is false. I come here. Whether pattern of K plus 1 is equal to pattern of Q, that means pattern of 1 is equal to pattern of 5. A is equal to D. This is false. This is false. I go here. This says, excuse me, table value of 5 is equal to K, which is 0. That means I store a 0 here. So this is how my algorithm is working, and I have constructed the pi table. The same example as I have given earlier. Clear to all? Everybody, it is clear? I move on to the KMP algorithm now. We move on to the main algorithm for string matching, KMP matcher. This has two inputs, text and pattern. And obviously the pattern has the pi table, which we assume has already been created. So pi we have already created using the algorithm which we have just seen. How do we do the matching here? For the matching, again I calculate the length of the text in n. I again calculate the length of pattern in m. So I calculate the length of these both, and I compute this pi function here. So what is happening when I am computing the pi function here? I call the whatever previous name you have given. So compute prefix, I believe I have given the name. And for pattern, whatever pattern is there, I call this function create the pi table. After the pi table has been created, I take a temporary variable q and I initialize this temporary variable to be 0. Then I am running a for loop. In this for loop, I have to see for entire text now. पूरा text match करना में I is equal to 1 से लेके n तक. I will be matching from I running from 1 to n. What I have to do again, I have a sub loop while to check the prefixes. Same condition is happening. Q is greater than 0 and pattern of Q plus 1 is not equal to text of I. When this is true, in that case I have to reduce the value of, अब इस Q की जगह अगर हम J ले लें तो आपको clear ही हो जाएगा. Let this not be Q, let this be J only. So I reduce the value of J to be equal to whatever the value was mentioned in my table, pi of J. Again I do the same thing. I am checking if pattern value of J plus 1 is equal to the text value of I, then increment, because I will be incremented in the loop, then increment J to be J plus 1. अगर ये same है तो दोनों values increment करनी है. Now again check if J is equal to M. If I have reached the, now this is what is happening within the loop. I have come out of the loop. If J is M, in that case the pattern has occurred with shift. In that case, print pattern occurred. Pattern at shift. What shift value is there? Whatever is the value of I minus M. So pattern is occurring at shift I minus M. pattern is occurring at shift I minus M, and again J is changed back to be value of whatever is stored in the table for J. Reduce the value of J. If I have found the pattern, I need to reduce the value of J again. It might be multiple patterns are again possible. So again reduce the value of J. After reducing the value of J, I will continue with the similar process and my algorithm ends. This is all happening within the for loop. I hope I am making this clear. The running of this loop is clear. Yeah, please ask the question, dear. The running of this loop is clear to all. Running of this algorithm is clear to all. अभी जो I और J से समझाया था, it is the same thing that I have written just in mathematical terms. Don't take it as Q, take it as J here, so that you understand what I have just told you. अगर J greater है, that means कोई prefix possible है, तो जब तक next is also not the same, reduce the value of the J, keep reducing it. In case J plus 1 is matching with I, in that case increment J, I will be incremented automatically in the loop. In case J has reached the last value of the pattern, in that case print pattern found at shift I minus M, and again reduce the value of J to the pi table value of the current location. Keep doing this and we'll be able to find all the possible occurrences of the pattern in my string. Is this clear? So the complexity n plus m क्यों कह रहे हैं? Because ये while loop हर बार रन नहीं करेगा. जितने substrings available हैं, सिर्फ उन्हीं substrings के लिए this is happening. And to calculate some, this can it is happening n plus m times. I am saying in both the loops, it is the loop is not running more than that. It is, I am not multiplying n by m here. The complexity here is coming out to be n plus m of the order n plus m. This is a considerable reduction in the complexity for string matching algorithms, which we have seen for naive and Robin Carp also. The worst case complexity goes to be n minus m plus 1 into m. So we have a reduction in complexity. Kruth-Morris-Pratt algorithms gives us better computation time using this technique.